Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in to Choppa History today, brought to you by Indian Motorcycles and Law Tigers. We got a couple of things to touch on. We have, apparently that's the wrong one, but it's Saturday, March 4th is Sons of Speed, New Smyrna Speedway. So this is our Daytona schedule. Wednesday, March 8th is the Perowitz Paint Show at the Broken Spoke. Thursday, March 9th is Willie's Choppa Show in Ormond Beach. So if any of you guys are going to Daytona and you're going to be looking for DP and I, that's where we will definitely be. So Saturday, Sons of Speed. Wednesday, our paint show. And Thursday, Willie's. How's it going, Dad?
With you?
It's good. It's good. It's sunny and nice.
Yeah, I see you got sunglasses on. It must be sunny where you're at.
Yeah, it's pretty. Although today is the first day that it's been like real cloudy. It's not overcast, just a lot of big white clouds.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. How's the weather at home?
But it's 40. You know,
warm?
it's coming tomorrow. Tonight and tomorrow, rain and some snow, but we're just going to get a dusting at best.
Good. Okay. Well, also, guys, don't forget we have our Perowitz shirts. You can get them at competitiondistributing.com. They sell our shirts and hats. So if any of you guys are looking, that's where you can get them. Also, don't forget to go follow our YouTube page. Just search for Perowitz. There it is right there in the middle for you guys. Go give it a follow. And also, don't forget, these broadcasts are all on Spotify. So just look for Choppa History, type in Perowitz, and they will pop up on Spotify as well as iTunes. All right, so let's bring on our guest today. Hold on, let me shuffle this. All right, John Jessup from Dreamrides. Hi, John.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Oh, good, good. Sunny day here in Tennessee.
Yeah, is it? What's the temperature?
We're about 50 degrees, and it was pouring this morning, and now it's sunny, so that's pretty good.
Okay. Now, is 50 time of year?
You know, I haven't lived here long enough to know it. You know, this place is strange because one day it's 50 and we're in a t-shirt, and the next day it's 25 and I'm in a parka. So you never know what's going to happen one day from the next.
Well, I bet you're glad to. Huh?
Oh, absolutely. This is heaven. I live in heaven.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
What do you work?
Oh boy, you're breaking up a little bit. This is let me get out. There's an FXR project I'm working on.
Yeah.
That's I hope to have that done by Donnie Smith's show. I decided instead of trying to get all these builds done for Daytona and then having them all rust out on the beach,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make my new deadline Donnie Smith show so I can keep them nice.
Yeah. No, that takes a lot of the pressure off.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than building a new bike, spend half the week. That sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, the Donnie's.
That FXI.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Us about that FX building.
So this is just a frame up construction. I'm doing a late model twin cam fuel injected bike. It'll have a Stores Seriani front end and a big 124-inch motor. We're using a lot of R&R cycle, like the R&R cycle billet heads, Hoffman wheels, Fish out of Jacksonville, Florida did the paint job on this one.
Good guy.
Yeah, should be good.
So, what else you got going? Moving much stuff through that, or what else is going on?
Yeah, we're selling a lot of bikes this year. So that's my main focus this year is bike sales, and I got a couple builds. I'm building a Road King. I'd like that one to be done by Daytona.
Yeah.
Just dropped that off at Lefevre's for some paint work, and then I got a local pinstriper that's going to do some artwork on it for me.
Yeah.
You know, and Yeah, so busy year. I'm so excited about this year. I think we're gonna have a hell of a year.
Yeah, I think everybody got out pretty well. Talked to seem to be pretty busy. I know we are, and I'm up to my eyeballs, and I've got jobs that I would love it. Bring on all the flames you can.
Good.
John, I know you just recently went to the motorcycle auction. How was it as far as inventory of, Harleys?
So the used Harley market is becoming much more reasonable. 6 months ago, the prices were through the roof and we were overpaying for everything. Now the prices have come down to a more reasonable level. We would expect prices to drop in the wintertime, and they are doing that. So we're able to pass that savings on to our customer. And but inventory is pretty good. I mean, a typical auction will have between 250 and 400 Harleys for sale. So and that's about standard right now. It's been standard for a long time.
Yeah, yeah. So, what's the favorite used bike selling? What's for the most part? What are most people looking for in your?
Yeah, I was going to ask the same thing. What's a popular model?
Well, we're selling. Typically, we've always sold bikes in the $7,000 to $12,000 range.
Yeah.
Mostly baggers. We probably sell 5 baggers to every one of the other bikes we sell. But what we're noticing is as the M8 baggers are getting a little bit older and they're a little bit more reasonable, we're selling a lot more of those bikes right now. The M8 baggers we're really selling a lot of them. So, and those will go from $15,000 to $20,000.
Yeah.
Is what we retail them for.
Oh, that's great. Great to have that for what you're doing shop. We don't flip a lot of bikes. We mostly custom stuff. I told you about the Nest bike I just bought.
Yeah.
I'll be flipping, hope. But yeah, we're looking good.
Yeah, so for my shop for many years we were just doing repair. Then we started doing bike sales, and it really has really helped us succeed. Because if the service department is slow, maybe sales department is busy, or vice versa. So it really helps to have the different revenue streams to keep everything going and keep the wheels turning. We all know
sure.
we all know how hard this is a pretty tough business to be in.
Oh, without a doubt.
So
Yeah,
Do you
without
do
a
a lot
doubt.
of service work at your shop, John?
yeah, we do a ton of service work. We have 3 full-time mechanics going just in
Wow.
the Tennessee location. We got another 2 in California. So we do a lot of service, a lot of parts. And now we're trying to do a lot more bike sales. So
Yeah. Now you have a dyno, right?
yeah, yes, sir.
So are you doing a lot of dyno work?
Well, we are doing a lot of dyno work, but like all the industries, the EPA is cracking down on everything. One of the main companies that does tuning licenses, which is basically lets us unlock DCM and tune it, has just decided that they're no longer going to sell tuning licenses in the United States.
Really?
So, yeah, and this company's basically cutting their own throat, not because they want to, but because they have to. So it's kind of an interesting time, to be in business where we're wondering what the next 5 years is going to look like, as far as performance stuff goes.
Isn't it crazy because the performance stuff is the hottest thing out there right now. It's growing by leaps and bounds, but the government is trying to, kill it before it even gets any legs to it. But I was under the impression that California was really the only place that's really following through with that.
Well, California was the only place, And this is, to my knowledge, the first federal instance of the federal EPA cracking down on a company. But hopefully with maybe an administration change and personnel changes, maybe it'll slow everything down. It's just uncharted territory. It's a little scary, and maybe this has been said for a lot of years. You probably know this better than I do, but I hope we're not the last generation to be able to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, years ago when the EPA cracked down on paint, and California was, of course, they were on the leading edge, and you had to use HVLP spray guns, and if you had a traditional siphon feed spray gun, if they came into your shop and found it, it was like $100 fine for every one, or something to that effect. And it went strong in California. All the painters that I knew out there, I mean, they were terrified about it. It sucked. They had to change everything around. It never ever went anywhere but California. It died on the vine.
Yeah.
And actually the same thing with building custom bikes. Remember years ago in American Iron magazine put out a big article about how you couldn't build custom bikes anymore. And if you were, I don't remember the details, but I think if you were a dealer, you could build 10 in your lifetime or some foolish thing like that. And again, California, you probably remember all this. California, they nailed it down. The guys out here, the registry of motor vehicles out here, they didn't even know anything about it. Literally.
Yeah.
They were totally oblivious to it.
Yeah.
And over a short period of time, I knew guys in California that were slipping bikes through. It was, that stuff never got any legs at all. So I hope the performance stuff does the same thing.
Yeah, we'll definitely cross our fingers and hope that, I know there's a lot of smart people with a lot of money on the line on this deal,
Yeah.
So, I know S&S is now selling like a camshaft with a tuner that has a EPA legal tune installed in it. So there's going to be a way forward. It might not be as robust or as cool as it is now. We'll see. I hope there's a lot of smart people out there figuring out all these problems.
Yeah, well, I know I've got quite a few friends that are Harley dealers, and I know Harley has really clamped down on that stuff. And, it really put a serious damper on performance work on brand new bikes at the dealerships.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Jody?
Yeah, I think that they're not going to be able to regulate it. I mean, it's going to take too long to regulate that stuff, as it does, anything like even like our stickers in Massachusetts. It's hard for them to regulate everything. So hopefully it doesn't grow, because definitely performance is where it's at.
I saw something on the news a week or so ago, and some female politician, obviously a Democrat, was saying that there was no such thing. There was no need whatsoever for loud motorcycles. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
He said, loud motorcycles are ridiculous. They shouldn't even be allowed, on and on and on,
Yeah. I think that's why we like them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's better to be seen than not seen.
It's better to be heard.
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to, those new electric bikes, that's like, I feel as though that's a huge downfall, is you can't hear them coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. For sure.
Yeah. Boy, I guess the Democrats will grasp at any straw they can.
Well,
Well,
I mean, hopefully the new regime of politicians will, get this whole situation in order.
well, I
John,
sure hope so.
you coming to Daytona, right?
I'll be in Daytona, then Donnie Smith show. Yeah, I can't wait for Daytona.
Yeah. Are you do you set up or anything anywhere? Just go and
No,
have
for me, I work enough at the shop, and at our business we have everything we need to get a job done and make money, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not a manufacturer. Really, I don't have a huge parts line to sell at an event. So for me, if I go to Daytona or Sturgis, I want to have fun. I work enough during the year. You know what? I'm out there. I'll come say hi to people. Take the bikes to shows. But yeah, the last thing I want to do is be chained to a booth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. You know what I mean? I've found over the years that I can do a lot more business out on the street putting deals together than I could ever do sitting in a booth.
Yep.
It's so costly too. It's so much money to rent a booth, pay a help, a hotel, all that. You got to be making serious money at your booth.
Like I said, it'd be one thing if I was like Curtis Hoffman or somebody who has a parts line and you're out there selling parts and you have a way to generate revenue, but really we're a custom repair shop, and we sell some bikes, and nobody's driving from Florida to get their bike worked on in Tennessee, or at least very few of them.
Right, right. Yep, absolutely.
So
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Hey, did you say that you have a pair of Curtis Hoffman's wheels, John?
yeah,
How do you
yeah,
like them? I actually didn't know that he was doing wheels.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
he's doing wheels.
They're a cool 5-spoke wheel that yeah, they're a cool 5-spoke wheel, and he makes them in all the fitments. And I believe RC Components, manufacturers. Curtis has his own design, and RC Components builds them. If I'm like 95% on that. I might be wrong, but yeah, you know what? I think this. We like to support the people who support us. You know what I
True.
mean? So
Yeah, absolutely.
so when I'm picking parts for a build, or what parts I'm going to carry in my stores, it's what brands do I have a relationship with? Um, who in this motorcycle industry do I feel is part of the industry and not just the industry leech? So when this weekend we're going to Louisville for the Drag Specialties national vendor presentation. And it's really neat to go and meet the brands and the owners of the brands. And you'll see some people who are motorcycle guys who love motorcycles, and that's who we buy parts from. The big conglomerate companies that it's just a revenue stream. I try and do as little business with those guys as possible.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We all need to support each other and try to get as much stuff away from China as we can, which that's going to be quite an issue because,
Yeah, that's
what are
not
you
going
going
to
to
happen.
do? Yeah, right. I know.
So John, that FXR in the background, that's getting those wheels.
Yeah, it's getting those wheels. Yeah,
And that's for the Donnie Smith show at the end of
Hey,
the
Mom.
month.
yeah. God willing, I'm still
Oh,
waiting
hey,
on
how
a
you
few
doing?
critical parts that are going
Okay.
to be pretty tough. So
Yeah, we look forward to the Donnie Smith show, and it's cool to bring bikes, but honestly, DP and I for the last few years have been just flying there, and enjoying all the other guys that bring their bikes.
well, Jody, last year was my first year going,
Oh,
and
really?
yeah, and so growing up in Sacramento, California, we used to have the Easy Rider show. And it was an big indoor show, and we'd have 20, 30,000 people in a weekend come through there. And it was awesome, right? And then since probably, I'm going to say 07, 08, I haven't
Yeah.
seen anything like that. Then Janine and I flew up to St. Paul last year and went to the Donnie Smith show, and here was a really cool indoor bike show. You know, so I was like, you know what? I kind of want to take some bikes up there and just, you know, I think I got a little bit different style than some of the people up there, and we'll show them how we do it.
Yeah. Yeah, we really look forward to it because I agree with you. I think it's the best indoor bike show there is
Without a doubt.
in St. Paul. Yeah, they do a good job with promotion. They get a good job with vendors. It's always a wicked good crowd. Yeah, we love going to the Donnie Smith show.
Yeah.
So we'll all look forward to it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that we might have lost DP to a phone call.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and he probably doesn't know how to get back on. But John, I didn't want to take up too much today. Oh, there you. Hold on. I unmute. Sorry, Dad, we lost you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just saying that we didn't want to take up too much of John's day. You got anything to add to it?
No. Hey, John, it was good to hear from you again. Good luck on all your projects. We'll be looking forward to seeing you in Daytona.
Yes, sir.
We got a lot of stuff going on. What day are you getting there?
We'll pull in Friday morning.
Yeah.
And then I got to look at. I haven't even really looked at when the shows are and what I'm going to do. Typically we go to these things and I bounce from show to show, and I think I'm just going to try and enjoy the event this year.
Yeah.
I always say that. Then I see all my buddies at the shows, and then I race to the show. So
I know.
Well, you should come to Sons of Speed on Saturday.
Oh, we'll be there. That was a highlight of my trip last year.
Yeah.
It is really cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Me and my fellow Team Comp D, the Antique Outlaws.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's a don't miss deal.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, John. Hey, give yourself a plug. How do people follow you? I know your Instagram is Dreamrides John.
Yep. So my personal Instagram is Dreamrides John. I'm on Facebook as John Jessup. I have a couple of shop pages. One is Dreamrides of Tennessee, and the other is Team Dreamrides. That's out in Stockton, California. You can we have an e-commerce store, teamdreamrides.com, where you can get all kinds of parts, and you don't even have to pay for them up front. You can finance all of it. So
cool. Very cool.
Okay. Well, make sure you tell Janine we said hi.
I will. Hey, you guys have a great day.
Yeah, okay. We'll see you in about a month.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, guys, so that was our show for today. Don't forget, Sons of Speed is the first Saturday of Daytona, Saturday, March 4th. And then the Perowitz Paint Show is Wednesday at the Broken Spoke right on Route 1. So if you guys have a custom paint job, come on down to our paint show. If you don't, come down and spectate because we get a good crowd. We get a ton of cool bikes. It's a good atmosphere there. And then Thursday is Willie's Tropical Tattoo. And also, I want to mention, I don't know the exact dates off the top of my head, but DP and I are going to be going halfway around the world, literally. And I know this is a big thing for DP, but we are going to be traveling around the world in the end of February to a custom bike show. DP and I are the guests at the Qatar Custom Bike Show, and we will try to go live a couple of times throughout that, so you guys can see the other side of the country and how they live.
The other side of the world.
Yeah, the other side of the world. Sorry.
Yeah.
How they live and what their bikes look like. I personally am ecstatic to go, so that'll be something really cool. We'll post more probably next week about that. Not that I think many of you guys are gonna go, but maybe in the future, and it will be cool to see. You got anything else to add, Dad?
Well, I've got I just picked up an early Ness frame Evo bike. It's a swing arm. It's a Ness swing arm frame with double rail swing arm. It's got an S&S motor in it. and it's been sitting for a while. So I'm just going to clean it up a little bit, get it running, and it'll be for sale. It'll be a great project for somebody. The paint, the bike's a little rough, but amazingly, the paint is almost mint on it. It's got a custom paint job that Keith Hansen did years ago. Beautiful paint job. So I'll be posting it soon. And if anybody's interested in getting into a nest frame project, we can talk.
Yeah, okay. And you still have that soft, the Road King for sale.
Well,
correct?
I've got a 92 FLHS. Real nice bike, real clean, original bike. It's got 43,000 on it, but it's had a top end at one point. It's got new tires. I went through it. It's a real nice bike, 5,500. It's it's got bags on it, and if anybody's interested, give me a call. You can have a bike for Daytona.
All right, guys, so that's our show today. A big shout out to Indian Motorcycles and Law Tigers for sponsoring Chopper History. Next week, we will have a special show from the Mecum auction in Vegas. So make sure you tune in next week to our show and keep the comments coming, keep the likes, share our posts so we can keep our numbers up, so we can keep bringing you guys live shows with things in the motorcycle industry. So I guess that's it. Thanks for tuning in.
Okay. Thanks. Next week we'll see you. Thanks to Indian Motorcycles and Law Tigers. And next week the show will be from Mecum in Vegas.
Okay, see you later.
Bye-bye.